Oh, thank goodness we've escaped Wakanda. I thought we would never get out of there. What are you?
Well, this is anything to go by. I'm a rock. Like you said, you dressed up as Jack Black.
I did not dress up as Jack Black. I dressed up as a safari. And I said dress up as The Rock. The Rock, as in Dwayne Johnson.
You said a rock. Look, even in my cell phone, it says a rock. See? A rock, not The Rock.
Stupid autocorrect.
I mean, look at this. I stole a sheet from Wakanda just so I can disguise myself as a rock.
Okay, the map says we need to go this way.
Okay.
How can you even see in that thing?
I don't know! Oh god! Ah! Who put this cliff here?
Okay, this is where we need to be according to the map.
Are you sure you know where we're going?
Yes, I am certain. I am following the map.
Well, we are in the jungle.
It's not my fault every tree looks the same.
Are you sure this is going to be a jungle?
Yes, I've hired the best green screen developer that money can buy on our budget.
Okay, fine. Well, this is definitely a jungle. I mean, over there I see some elephants. Right over there I can see a jaguar probably hunting us.
And I think there's a kangaroo over there.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, kangaroos, they're definitely in the jungle. Don't look that up. I am 100% sure.
Yep. So, okay, according to the map, we are... Boy, this name sounds very familiar. Do you recognize this name?
What's the name?
It says Jumanji.
Jumanji. Oh, you mean that movie that we saw in Wakanda before we escaped?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
It's the same name. That was actually a pretty okay movie.
I actually did like it. I mean, there was a lot. It had a lot going for it. I mean, especially when it's a sequel to the original, and it is.
I found that on the jungle floor. Or I think we went in a circle.
Yeah, I remember I dropped them. Well, but you know what I loved about the Jumanji movie? I loved how it was entertaining. And that's why I wanted to see it. I didn't want to see like a stupid boring movie. With Jumanji, I wasn't expecting anything big from it, but I was definitely expecting something pretty good. I mean all the actors did pretty good, well at least the four main actors.
Yeah, let's not talk about that other one.
Yeah, the fifth one. Yeah, so basically, I think of the four main actors: The Rock, Kevin Hart, Jack Black, and I can't really think of the girl's name, but they all did really, really good. And honestly enough, I think of all four of them, I think Rock actually probably did the worst, but he still was really entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, he did the typical action hero kind of thing. I know that was kind of the idea.
Yep. Well, Jack Black does a lot of the comic relief, and he did it. He actually
I'll
did
admit,
very well.
I am not a fan of Jack Black. I will admit that. However, seeing him trying to act like a teenage girl was entertaining.
And he actually did have some of the best lines.
So
yeah,
I'm not a fan of him, but in this movie, he did a good job.
And there's also like a fifth person who basically he wasn't that good. I think he was like the only blemish of all the actors. He just wasn't entertaining or likable at all. He was just there. Like half the time, like, oh, he's still here.
I like how they tried to build off of the original Jumanji.
Yeah, because this was definitely a direct sequel to it, and they also had a good honor. It also looks into what the Jumanji world is, and for the most part, I definitely thought it was effective. I mean, and I was also expecting like a lot of heavy CGI, which was true, and for the most part, it was pretty good. Some of the animals were kind of iffy, but that's kind of expected. My biggest complaint.
Yeah. Is the main villain. They do this huge build-up for this villain, but really, I mean, if you think about it, he really doesn't do much.
He looks intimidating. That was it. And I think another complaint, which I was about to before you interrupted me, was some of the CGI.
You had done most of the talking at that point.
Oh well. Some of the CGI actually really wasn't that good. I mean, for the most part, some of the backgrounds were excellent. But when it came to like CGI and the actors, it was distracting enough. And but for the most part, I thought it was pretty good. Any other complaints you had about it?
No.
Let's see. Yeah, and also the plot. I definitely love the video game aspect of it.
Yes.
That was also fun, especially with the NPCs.
Yep. They did a really good job making you think that they were actually inside of a video game. Especially with how people reacted, challenges, and basically giving you clues, giving the cast clues as to how to go through their adventure.
Yeah, and for the most part, there was a lot of good things too. Especially I love the advantages and disadvantages that they had, like actual characters. and I think, and here's another thing which I'm not really going to go complain about, but the teenager actors were pretty much all really annoying, but they were like the extreme stereotype. You got like the stereotypical jock, the stereotypical nerd, stereotypical beauty who's just all she wants to do is take a selfie and then cry about it because no one's seen it.
And of course, then you have the outcast person who kind of wants to be an outsider in anything that they do.
Yeah, but for the most part, it was kind of exaggerated for the plot of the film, and it was actually kind of funny seeing The Rock try to have a personality of a nerd.
Yeah.
It was absolutely hilarious.
And Kevin Hart trying to have the personality of a jock.
Yeah.
A really tall, 6'8" jock.
And Kevin Hart's like 4 foot nothing. But overall, what would you give this film?
Overall, I would give it a 7.
I would actually give it a 7 too. I mean, there was a few blemishes, a few flaws that were really noticeable, but for the most part, in the end, it did entertain me, and when it comes out on DVD, which is pretty soon of this filming, I would definitely recommend getting it. I actually might pick it up myself because it definitely deserves a second viewing.
Okay. Well, let's find our way out of the jungle. I think we go this way.
Yep. Hold on. Do you hear that? Motorcycles.
Oh crap! No! Not again! Not again!
Rock mode activated.
What are you gonna leave me to die out here?
There's not a man for himself. Okay, I think they're gone now.
Lucky for you, I had another life.
Oh well. How many lives does that make you? I think you got 1 left. I have 3.
It's not my fault that I don't have the ability to turn myself into a rock.
Well, maybe you should choose a different character.